Hi everybody, it's Julia here with enamelit.com, and I'm here to introduce you to an addition to our enamelit line, which is our Quicksands. So we basically developed the product so that we could add textures of sands into our projects without the worry of the sand getting displaced. When we're doing projects with just regular sand, when you pour in resin or water or oils, the sand will level out, or you'll lose the pattern, or if you bump it, it'll shift. And so we wanted to develop something that would like lock it in. So it's literally you dust, you heat, and it's done and ready to go in whatever project you decide to do, as long as it has a rigid substrate. Without further ado, let me get started here. We have three colors. We have light, medium, and dark, they allow us to layer and get shadows and highlights, and to give illusions where needed in our project. We have first of all, let's talk about the heating source. The heating source can be a toaster oven or a hot plate heated at between 350 and 400 degrees. I prefer the hot plate. I like to see what I'm doing. Another thing that I do from time to time is I have just a regular glass lid to put over the top of my project, and that kind of help encapsulate the heat. But you know, oftentimes I don't even need that. So it's just there if I have to have it. So let's get started. We have the Teflon sheet and a few other tools, a nail file or a sander. This is a silicone brush for doing some details like writing messages and things in the sand, and then just a little detailing brush here for moving the sand around off of other projects. And the enamelits are compatible with the Quicksands, so the whole system goes together. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll just start out here. So the hot plate is on at 350. We have our Teflon sheet. We'll just dust out some of the dark, some of the medium, and you decide. This is your, this is what it allows you to do, is just be creative and mimic, whatever sand formation that you want. And then the comb is actually just a piece of paper that you cut your pattern or your ripple in, and you can play with this. This is the nice thing. So let's just simply kind of lay it down here. We go back and forth to lay in the design, and I'm like, oh well, I don't really like that. You just do this, no big deal. You can kind of shove it back, and then you can pull out for another piece of paper, and you can stagger, you can dip in, you can angle the paper to get deeper wells in the sand. It's really up to you. There's no wrong here. And even if you heat it and cure it, you can go back and add some other details to it as well. So anyway, so that looks pretty good. I'll bring it up here to the camera so you can kind of see. And then we're just simply going to set it on our heat. And it's like seconds. It'll start fusing together. The melting process happens, and it's just cross-linking all that. You don't want to exceed 10 minutes. The product can stay, enamelits and Quicksands can stay on the heat for up to 10 minutes, but you don't need to exceed that at all. That allows you to do layering and all kinds of other effects. You may from time to time get a little bit of a smoke, just be cautious. Don't stick your head over it and breathe it, but other than that, it's fine. There's no VOCs with this product, and so it's all good. And it starts to change the color just a little bit. It'll deepen just a bit, and then what we'll do is when we're wanting specific shapes for, so like this one here has a piece that was put into my mold when I cast the resin, so that I had wave effect in there, the ripple effect. Here's a piece here that's just the beach and footprints. Here's a little sea turtle. Here we are here with a sea turtle. I just put him in the powder and moved him, and then heated it and melted it so that it fused. And yeah, I'm gonna put this one in on a plaque, I think, and then model a wave out of resin. Okay, so we'll just take this off the heat. It's ready. The cookie cutter, so depending on what shape that you need, you want to just kind of locate the pattern that you like the most, and then you just simply put it back on the heat for just a second and press down and remove again and just let it cool. We do keep a little tub of water to the side, especially when we're doing pendants, because they stay hotter longer, and we just give them a nice little dive in the pool there to cool down and come back out. We just make sure we dry them off really well before we start adding more color of enamelants and everything. So now we take the Quicksands and peel it loose from the sheet, and you can see there that it's good, and then I just start pulling it away. Save these bits and pieces because you can use them in pretty much anything. And then if there's any like little edges that you don't really care for, you can just do a nice little sanding of that. And look how cute that is. Just perfect for my next little project. But anyway, so, you know, lots of different ways of doing it. You just by layering. Here's more of the clear, the lighter color, and so it's endless of the patterning that you get just by you applying the colors and the pieces. If you wanted to shape it, just simply put it back on the heat, warm it up, and then when it's warm and flexible, you can, so let's say you're doing like a little hill. Now, as long as, you know, the support underneath it, like if you're doing it in resin, it won't have a problem. But if this were just by itself, then it would crumble. But inside of your project, not a problem. So it would give it some shape, some form, and that locks it down. So you might even want more ripples of ripples. So yeah, and this tool here, let me just dust this off here real quick. We'll put it back on the heat. It'll actually self-level back out as it heats up. Just kind of press it down. This tool here will allow you to do shapes and stuff in the sand. So if I just take the tip of the silicone brush and press it into the material, I can put little indents in it, or make a little burrow, or the footprints, or whatever, and then just remove it from the heat and you know, just kind of pack it and clean it up a little bit. So if I wanted hearts drawn in sand, or if I, you know, like I said, if I needed the footprints, easily could do that. And it's cooling, but you can see that then you can get holes and things like that in it. So okay, so basically that's it. That's our Quicksands. So, you know, if you have any questions or anything, get a hold of us on our Facebook, which is Enamel It on Facebook, or you can do the group, or of course get on our website and, you know, give us a chat, and or give us a call, and we'll help you if we can. Have a good day.